Hey guys, today on Rich with Cars, I'm going to talk to you guys about 5 things that made my life simpler with the Lexus LC500. I'll give you guys a quick tour of the little things that I've done to the vehicle that basically simplified living with this LC500, and hopefully some of you guys can get some benefit out of this. So let's strap in and take a look. So, benefit number 1. I was trying to look for something that basically didn't take up too much space on my windshield, but I was looking for both a radar detector and a dash cam at the same time. So of course I didn't want to get both a dash cam and a radar detector. I mean, of course you could, but at the end of the day, I didn't, like I said before, I didn't want to take up too much space on my windshield. So ultimately I found this. This is the Radar Scout 2-in-1 dash cam from Cobra. So basically what it is, it's both a radar detector and a dash cam, but it cannot actually record in the back, it can only record in the front. Truthfully, I think this was the first ever 2-in-1 product coming from a major manufacturer like Cobra that was available here in North America. Of course, there are other markets, like especially Russia, that had similar things, but at the end of the day, this thing actually has worked quite well. Verifying the camera footage, you just have to go into the app, and helps quite a bit. So the way that I did it was I connected it here on my dash over there, and then I actually wired it through the mirror attachment, because the mirror itself actually has a sort of connection. I don't know if you can see it or not, but from the back it has a little mirror connection that you can actually tap into, and that really simplified, you know, having all kinds of wires around and stuff. So that's number 1. Simplification number 2. A lot of reviewers have actually complained about the Lexus LC500's annoying noise when you actually put it in reverse. As you can see, I just put it in reverse. I get one beep, but now when I'm reversing, there's no more continuous beep. I'm actually moving, but there's no continuous beep. So I was actually able to do that through the dealership, and I can show you guys, or you guys can actually reach out to me in terms of how to get that done. It's part of a sheet that you can actually provide to the dealership, and they can do a multitude of things that only the dealership can do through their, I guess, their computer that they plug into the car. So that was a major thing that annoyed me since day number 1, and I think probably 2 weeks after I got the car, I had to remove that beep. Which brings me to number 3. Simplification number 3. So I'm gonna put it on drive. You can see it's in drive. You can see over here that I don't have my belt attached, and I'm gonna start driving. So simplification number 3 is not because I usually don't wear my belt. I usually do wear my belt, but sometimes if you got your hands full or you're trying to do something as you're getting into the car and you start driving, you don't really put on your belt right away. So what I ended up doing as number 3, which was part of the whole deal that I did also with the reverse beep, was I took off the beep for the reminder to put on your seatbelt. Now you can see on the dash over here on my gauge cluster that the light is still showing. Yeah, it's showing right there, and it's starting to beep really fast or flash really fast, but the beep is not there. So you can actually remove that seatbelt reminder beep and keep driving, and it'll keep on flashing like I said, but it won't make any noise. So that really definitely helped a lot, because sometimes, like I said before, you try to get some things done as you're driving before putting on your seatbelt. Hopefully that'll help you guys out also with number 3. Simplification number 4. A lot of you guys have reached out to me on some of my videos and have asked me, where did I get my phone holder? Well, this is it right here. And like I've answered to many of you, I've gotten it from ProClip USA. Now, of course, when I was first looking at different options, I was looking at options that you can put into the cup holder, or you can put into this little compartment over here as well. But it really, I honestly didn't feel that those were, I guess you could say, practical, because at the end of the day, by putting it in the cup holder or putting it in the compartment over here, it would remove an extra compartment. So I said, what can I get that will be in my field of vision and won't move around too much and won't take off one of my compartments, and finally also won't actually take up my vent, because the ones that you put in the vent, after you put it in, you can't move the vent around. So ProClip USA actually has a phone holder for the Lexus LC500 specifically. So what they do is they actually create phone holders specifically for many different auto manufacturers or models, and basically make it much more convenient for you. So ProClip USA on this one, and keep in mind, by the way guys, I'm not getting paid by any of these companies, including Cobra or even ProClip USA. I'm just letting you guys know what I've actually used and how practical and more simplified it's made my life. So as you can see over here with ProClip USA, this thing stays put. Now there's two different types of extensions you can put. This is the one that I put, that you can actually just extend or constrict, if you want to call it. And then there's also a magnetic one that you have to stick in the back of your phone, and then it just magnetically clips. I prefer this one because then I didn't have to put anything in the back of my phone. But look, the good thing about the phone holder is that it moves around, which is really cool. So, and it also stays in your field of vision. So when I'm driving, for example, I actually can reach on my phone without actually having to lean forward. So that's definitely a great little thing that I added that really simplified my time in the LC500, which brings me to my last one. So I've asked this on some of the forums and I didn't really get much reply except for one or two people, but I found that on long drives, this belt loop over here, sometimes, you know, when I'm actually buckled, this belt loop over here actually rubs against the belt, or the leather from the loop rubs against the belt, and it makes sort of like a really low squeaky noise, which can get annoying sometimes if you don't have any music playing or anything, because it's right there, like your ear's right here and the creaking noise is right there. So what I ended up doing was, as you can see over here, I got sort of like a felt liner, which basically is used for jewelry boxes. And I got a sheet, I think, or a package of 25 sheets, very thin. I cut it and then I wrapped it around the belt loop over here. And now when I do it, you don't really get much of a squeaky noise. So this really simplified and made my life a little bit more, I guess you could say, convenient, because I didn't have to hear that squeaky noise, even though there was nothing wrong with the actual car itself. It was just sort of something natural that comes with friction. But yeah, I mean, that's basically it. It really helped me a lot in terms of getting that little noise out of the way. So if you guys want, you can hit me up and I can show you the link in the comments below where I actually got these sheets for the belt loop over here. Well guys, I hope you guys enjoyed that quick overview of the 5 little things that I've done to my LC to really simplify my time with it, and I hope you guys can get something out of that. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out, hit me up in the comments below, and I'll try to put in some of the links in the description for where I got some of the stuff that I mentioned in the video. So hopefully you guys can enjoy it. Next time I'll bring you guys some other stuff. All right, until next time, take care.